All right, we are back to coding again. So let's code. Okay. So in this video, we are going to be looking at how to create a health bar system that regenerates health automatically. I'm not sure if I've already done a health bar system. I might have done like a hearts, like a 1, 2, 3 hearts type of health system. But in this one, I'm going to show you how to make actual health bars. So I'm just going to keep this guy here for now. I don't know if I'm going to need him or not. Let's go ahead and create a new sprite. Okay, go ahead and do paint. And we are going to call it, I'm going to call it health bar because, well, that's what we're doing. Health bar. And, there's two ways we can go about doing this. We can use a slider for the health bar, but that would allow people to like manually change their health unless we put in a system that stops them from doing that. But for now, we're gonna take a simpler route and we're gonna use costumes. So go ahead and do something like this. Let's start with a straight line. All right, so I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna just do a simple straight line, and then green. I'm gonna zoom in here, put it right there on the, actually, you know what? Okay, yeah, do one black and then one green over top of it. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this in the top right corner. Now go ahead, divide this up, essentially, is what we're gonna do. So create a bunch of duplicate costumes, but for each duplicate, we're gonna wanna take back this green a little bit. So for however many, I guess, lives or health you want your thing to have, that's how much you should be duplicating this. I'm going to do some bigger decrements. We're gonna be decreasing it by larger amounts. That way we can, you know, it's less time consuming. For this last one, I'm gonna go ahead and just make it red because, you know, why not? So we start here, fully green, go this way, this way, this way, and this way. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and go to variables, and we are gonna create one and call it health. Now, if you did this system, hopefully you did, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna say when flag is clicked, and we are gonna set health. Actually, what we're gonna do is set our costume number to costume number 1. And then what we're gonna do is switch costume to, go ahead and go to operators and grab a minus sign. And then go back to looks. We're gonna do costume number -1. So what this is gonna do is it's going to, at the start, it's gonna switch your costume to costume number 1. Then it's going to go to the costume number -1, which automatically is going to bring you to the last costume. So let's say you come in here and start adding a bunch of other costumes. It's automatically going to switch to that last costume. And the reason we want to do this is so that we can get the number of costumes in the sprite. So we're going to set our health to the costume number. And then we're going to go ahead and switch back to costume number 1. So it looks like it never actually happened. Watch this. This is pretty neat. So go ahead, watch, we'll do this. Boom, 5, okay? So health is 5. What we're gonna do is, actually, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna say forever, and then switch our costume to health. But this is gonna pose a little bit of a problem. Okay, not a big problem. What I did though was I essentially flipped the costume order. So what was costume 1 is now going to be costume 5. The names stayed the same. So go ahead and do that. So instead costume 5 is going to be full health, and then it's going to decrease until you get to costume 1, which is going to be red health. Okay. Just make sure right up here, make sure that you switch it to costume 5 at the beginning. I know that's a little confusing. So Now we have it in order because now we press play. Health equals 5. We have full health on the health bar. Here's what we're going to do. Now we can do this. Whatever your game looks like, okay, however you're controlling the health, here's what we're going to want to do. Let's just say, for the sake of this, let's create a new message, and we're going to call it, I don't know, damage. So, for instance, your player dies, or your player gets hit, or whatever it might look like. When I receive damage, what we're going to do is change health by -1. Okay, a -1, okay. Yeah, my costumes aren't in the right order. That's why. There we go. Let's try this again. So, boom, 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 boom. Perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So here's what we're going to say now. We're going to say this. When flag is clicked, forever, and then we're going to say if, and we're going to grab a not. So if not, and then we're going to grab an equals and put it inside of that. We're going to say if not, health equals 5. Because remember, 5 is full health. So essentially, if health is not full, is what we're saying. If health is not full, how long do we want to wait before increasing health? For the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to say 5 seconds. 5 seconds, and then we're going to change our health by 1. So as of right now, nothing should happen to the health. It should stay exactly the same. But let's say we take a few hits. Watch what happens. Okay, just went up health. Okay. Just went up health. Let's watch again. And just went up health. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. It's not going over. It's not doing anything weird in between. It is doing exactly what we wanted. So there you have it. Real quickly, if you want to essentially check if your player died, what you can do is, it's real simple. We'll do when flag is clicked, forever, if, and then health equals 1. Remember, 1 is our essentially our out of health. 1 is our 0 essentially, because we're going off of costume numbers. So if health equals 1, then we are just going to, I don't know, you can do whatever. You can broadcast lose. Or for instance, we'll say this. We'll say, I died. Yeah. Now, a thing that we want to consider though is if we die, we don't want to regenerate health. And that's the problem. So let's do this. If not health equals 5, and we're going to duplicate this, and not health equals 1. So from 5 to 1, anywhere in between that, if the health is any of those, so if the health is 4, if the health is 3, if the health is 2, then it's going to regenerate your health. But if you get to health number 1, which is you're dead, it's not going to regenerate your health anymore. Let's real quickly make sure and test that. So boom, boom, boom. Okay. Just see if it does it one more time, real quick. Awesome. Now let's go to health number 1. I died. Nothing should happen to that. Oh, okay, something happened to the health. The health still went up. Okay, I found the culprit. I know what it is. Real quickly though, I'm gonna say, oh, wait, whoa. We gotta do one thing real quick. I just realized. Oh wait, no, we already did it. Setting the health to the costume number. Okay. So the problem is this. We aren't double checking after it waits 5 seconds. We aren't double checking to see what the health is. So watch this. If we do this, we get to, oh, too far. If we get to health number 2, it's going to now still be waiting 5 seconds, and then it's going to change health by 1, even if our health goes to 1. So what we want to do now is this. We're gonna keep the wait. We're gonna keep the wait outside of this if, but we're gonna put an if around the change health by 1. And we're going to say if not health equals 1. So after it waits 5 seconds, it's going to double check that we haven't died. If we haven't died yet, then it's going to increase our health once again. So let's just see how that works. So right now our health should go up. Awesome. Now our health should not go up. Perfect. Perfect. That is exactly what we needed. So there you guys have it. That is how you create a health bar system that regenerates on its own in Scratch. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I would love to get some feedback in the comments. If you found this tutorial helpful, if you thought it was difficult to keep, I guess, I don't know. If you found it difficult to watch and to kind of keep track of, or if it was easy to understand, any feedback helps. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.